What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, topic of the day is well-renowned trainer and two-time trainer of the year, Eddie Reynoso, and four-division world champion, two-time undisputed super middleweight, and first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires, Saul Canelo Alvarez. And the reason I'm saying Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso, because the 63 win, 2 loss, 2 draw, 39 win by way of knockout, Canelo Alvarez, is the spearhead of this camp. And the reason why fighters go over to this camp with Eddie Reynoso, because of the success of Canelo Alvarez. But now they have had 7 fighters, including Canelo Alvarez, test positive for performance enhancers. 7. Multiple fighters test positive with Eddie Reynoso that never tested positive until they got with Eddie Reynoso. Luis Nery, Oscar Valdez, Jaime Munguia. This is his second fighter testing positive for a banned substance in 3 months. Now we have another fighter in Rodriguez who tests positive coming out that camp. The camp is hot. Okay? It's time to call a spade a spade. The camp is hot. So now Francisco Rodriguez tests positive after his showdown and his victory June 21st. We had Jaime Munguia not too long ago in May test positive. So Jaime Munguia in May, and in June, Francisco Rodriguez. And this is alarming for the pound-for-pound undefeated 4-division world champion king, 2-division undisputed champion, and first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires, as he dares to be great, in Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford is 41 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout. Terrence Crawford is getting ready to jump from 154 pounds up to 168 pounds to challenge Canelo Alvarez in September 13th, Las Vegas, Nevada, at the Allegiant Stadium. 14-pound jump. And keep in mind that Terrence Crawford also has only had one fight at 154 pounds. This is alarming. This is alarming. Because you have to understand, Canelo tested positive for clenbuterol in his fights in the biggest challenge of his career outside of Floyd Mayweather fight against Triple G. Right? And you got to look at this situation. He said it was tainted meat. Right? Now, keep in mind, Oscar Valdez said it was tea. Everybody got different rhymes and reasons for why they tested positive. This is one of the most important, and like Canelo Alvarez has said, the biggest fight of his career, the biggest opportunity in his career that he can rectify in his mind and prove to the world he's grown from his loss to Floyd Mayweather, where he lost every single round to Floyd Mayweather. He got embarrassed, and he used the excuse that he was only 23. Although he had 40 fights, he had a unification with the second or third best fighter in his division, Austin Trout. And he had 5 title defenses. But he got schooled by Floyd Mayweather. But Floyd Mayweather is a person in position of power. You ain't going to play this game with Floyd Mayweather. That's not going to happen. Floyd Mayweather made him do Olympic-style drug testing. That ain't going to happen with Floyd. As he said, you gonna play on an even playing field when you're dealing with him, and he's the person in position of power. In this case, Terrence Crawford is not the person in position of power. That's why this is alarming. Because we're finding out that these fighters are testing positive after the damage is already done, after the fact. Ryan Garcia with Devin Haney drops Devin Haney 3 times. beats Devin Haney unanimous decision, only to come to find out he tested positive for a banned substance. And he came out that camp. And Ryan Garcia admitted that his team knows how to mask performance enhancers. Where did he get that from? Derrick James is a high-profile trainer, well-renowned trainer, multiple trainer of the year trainer, and has high-profile fighters. And none of them ever tested positive, but Ryan Garcia, who happened to coincidentally come out the Eddie Reynoso camp. Errol Spence, Jamel Charlo, Anthony Joshua, Frank Martin, and none of them tested positive for banned substance, but Ryan Garcia, and none of them had dealt with Eddie Reynoso. And Terrence Crawford, this is a big challenge for him, but Canelo has also highlighted the fact that this is a massive fight and the biggest fight of his career, essentially not named Floyd and Triple G. He says it's going to be the biggest fight of his career because he understands what Terrence Crawford represents, greatness. So if you have a lot at stake, you're Canelo Alvarez, why wouldn't I feel like you're going to bend the rules? He said he had tainted meat in Mexico. That's the reason. But he don't train in Mexico. He trains in the States. And all of Eddie Reynoso's fighters pretty much train in the States. Oscar Valdez said it was the tea he was drinking. The tea? This is alarming. And if you think that they won't go the extra mile to make sure they got an added advantage over Terrence Crawford, you're sadly mistaken. They understand the versatility, the talent, and skill set that Terrence Crawford possessed. They already asked for the ring to be shrunk. They want a smaller ring. They understand what's at stake. If Terrence Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez coming up from 154 pounds and essentially really truly coming up from 147, which would actually be 3 weight classes. He only had one fight in August last year against Israel Madrimov, and he beats Canelo Alvarez. That's a stain on his legacy. He lost 10 rounds to 2, 9 rounds to 3 to Dimitri Bivol. He got outclassed by Floyd Mayweather. He can't afford that. He can't. It's a stain on his resume. And if I'm Terrence Crawford and well-renowned trainer Brian Bomac McIntyre, they need to go to Turkey Al-Sheikh, who's concerned with Tom and Jerry boxing and shrinking rings and entertainment. He needs to be concerned with fighters testing positive for banned substance. And if I'm them, they go to him and tell him, listen, we need this dude to be on Olympic-style testing because this is diabolical. 7 fighters has come out that camp hot. 7. Terrence Crawford, man, make sure you and Bomac do your due diligence, bro. Olympic-style testing. Olympic-style testing, man. It's a lot at stake, man. But let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, or one word, it's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.